Testing. Okay, so let me know if the microphone is going strong. Come on, people. Tell me in the chats if it works. Tell me if you can hear me. All right. Okay. So, hopefully, why does it say no data? Interesting. I haven't streamed in a while. Working, but sound is low. What do you mean low? Everyone, please confirm that the sound is all right. Okay. Hi everyone. So this was kind of impromptu. It's been like 6 minutes to set up this stream. This is only going to be maybe 15 to 20 minutes at maximum. I've been doing a lot of stuff recently, so I haven't had time to actually go into these live streams, but hopefully more about them in the future. Now, what I want to start and what I want to tell you is that I've just posted a giveaway on Twitter. So Pentester Lab Premium 1 month. So if you want to participate, go ahead and participate. Um, we already have, let's see how many. We already have 26 retweets and a few comments, which is really good. So the idea is very simple here, um, to actually what you have to do is to comment your best tip for pen testing or bug bounty. Meaningless comments are disqualified, and the contest ends at 300 comments and 150 retweets. And after finishing this, I'm probably gonna compile your comments with these best tips. Now, if you have questions, go ahead and leave them here because I have 15 minutes that I want to dedicate to questions. What I want to focus on today in this very short stream is AI and cybersecurity. So, a lot of you that are following me on Twitter actually know that I've been doing a lot of AI recently. I mean, AI is my first love, then it's cybersecurity. So, what I want to say is that I have been invited to OpenAI's Codex, and this Codex I've talked a lot about it on my other YouTube channel on the polymath, and I've also done videos about it on this channel. DaVinci and so OpenAI's GPT-3 is a natural language processing model that can actually do a lot of stuff. So you can go ahead and go to Alter AI, which is one of the websites that I built, and try it for free. Try Omni for free. But so after that, what I want to talk about is the Codex. So Codex has been trained on code, has been trained on all the Python code on GitHub, and it's pretty amazing what it can do. It can only it's most of its training has been done on Python, but it knows other languages too. So, for example, if I ask him here, bash command, let's actually capitalize this, bash command for grabbing IP addresses from a text file. And if I put the response to maybe 50 tokens and then temperature to, let's say, 0.1, these are parameters that you have for the model. It's actually going to hopefully get it right. As you can see, it's actually coding this stuff itself. So for example, let's say I take a list of IPs, IP ranges, let's say Google, maybe IPs and text. If we have IPs and other text, so for example, let's actually look for HTTPX output with IP. Let's see if we have something here. Maybe we have I only need this would be good. So what about this? No. Yeah, so this is good. Let's actually take this, where was it? Take this over here. And I don't have my VPS up and running. Let's do bash here in Windows. And let's say nano. Do I have nano? Yeah, I have. Let's say nano. Let's go to TMP. Let's say nano ips.txt and then paste that, save it, and then take the grab command here. Let's actually test it. Maybe it got it right, maybe it got it wrong. Then ips.txt. There you have it. So it got the command right, and this is just a small thing what it can do. I can simply say you actually come up with ideas. Let me actually try and implement your ideas. So what would you like Codex to code? And we'll try it here. Anush, you're saying how to get started with AI for cybersecurity. I would first start with AI and then see how it can apply to cybersecurity. Manoj, hello Manoj. Which editor is best for developing Android apps using Python? Well, I'm not sure how you're gonna develop Android apps with Python. Maybe with Kiwi, but instead of, if you don't know how to actually develop Android apps with Kotlin or native apps, I would actually look into builders such as Codular. You'd actually create Android apps much faster with Codular for free. You don't have to know anything. You can just create apps sort of like in the way that CodeBlocks works or Scratch works, for those of you who know. And they have a pricing here, but it's actually this pricing thing, so you have no ads free forever and you have monetized apps. This is basically free, so you get all the features for free. Anyways, come up with ideas of what you want Codex to develop. So for example, let's say that I want Python script to what? Python script to call I'm running out of ideas here. You guys say Python script to call what? Python script to call some sort of an API. Or I don't know, maybe Python script to ping. Python script. I've actually done this before. So Python script to get to send a request to a URL which is provided as a command line argument and return the status code of the response. So this is actually, I'm trying explicitly to say what I want, and let's see if we actually get it. So Python script to send a request to a URL which is provided as a command line argument and return the status code of the response. And I hit submit one more time. And that's it. So let's actually copy this. Let's actually put it into, let's say, rec.py, paste, Control O, enter, Control X, Python rec.py, and say, let's say https://google.com. Python command not found. Seriously? Probably have to run this on Windows. Okay, exiting. Now let's actually go to desktop. Let's actually create a file on the desktop here. New text document. Let's say rec.py. Okay, then we'll edit this with whatever, with idle. Paste, save, exit, try. So Python. I do have Python. So Python rec.py and say https://google.com. Boom. There you go. So you don't actually have to know how to code. But anyway, I'm not encouraging anyone not to learn coding, even though this kind of tool is extremely powerful. It has some drawbacks, and you are better off using it if you know coding. So I still encourage everyone to actually learn how to code, because it's not only going to give you a lot of ideas on what to do, but also it's going to help you work with these types of functionalities or AI models, such as DaVinci Codex from OpenAI. Now I could simply say, here is the same script in Golang, and maybe it's gonna have it work in Golang. Let's see, submit. And that's it. Of course, I have to delete these. Let's say if I do that, so without inducing the engine in actually not inducing it, but actually confusing it. So that's it. Let's see if it works. I'm curious. I don't think it works, but anyways. Let's do another one. So say here, text document, rec.go. And then we edit this with Notepad, of course. Open with Notepad. I actually use Visual Studio Code for coding. But now let's run this. So go run main.go, go run rec.go, https google.com. Whoa! Wow, this actually freaking works. And I want to learn Go. I don't know Go. I want to learn Go, but this is wow. So I've just told it to write a script, and then I told it to translate that script into Golang, and this is what it actually did. Wow. Anyways, let's not get too hyped here. So I would encourage everyone who's watching this to start learning Python. There are a lot of resources for free out there, so the only requirement that you have is your time. Check if IP is alive. I think I mean, that's what you're actually doing, I guess. Can you convert this to Python? Yeah, Blue. I think that's what I've actually done. So that was amazing, right? Hello, Daniel. Glad to have you here. Experiment with the ketone esters. Yeah, well, that was quite a while ago. Okay, so fellas, if I just wanted to let you know that uh, AI is pretty amazing. It has a lot of drawbacks, of course. Uh, as long as, well, if you start learning, so it's a very big field. It's a very very big field. But in this case, for example, right now I focus on natural language processing models. So GPT-3, and you can try this out on my Alter AI, because GPT-3 and Codex are actually invite only. You can try Omni on my website Alter AI. It doesn't have the coding functionality yet. I'm going to apply for it, because if you want to implement something from OpenAI, you have to actually request via an application, and I'm actually going to apply and maybe sort of like get Codex on Alter AI. But what I'm saying here is that GPT-3 is a natural language processing model, a transformer model. So it's a type of machine learning algorithm, which is why this is a very narrow focus. So AI and machine learning are very big fields, but if you narrow it down to something that you want to learn, like for example natural language processing, it is much approachable. And there are many applications. For example, let's say I ask Alter AI applications, let's say a list of applications of natural language processing, a list of applications of natural language processing AI models in cybersecurity, and then I nudge it with number one so that it could actually provide me a list, and let's say maximum output of 220 words. And I'm using the Sage feature, not the Wizard feature. As you can see, this is what it came up with. Can be used to detect and classify malware, phishing attacks, network traffic. It gets a little bit repetitive here. To identify the purpose of a given text document. I'm not sure how this is actually applicable into cybersecurity. Can be used to identify the sentiment of a given text document. Can be used in spam detection, information extraction from text. So that's really interesting. You can use Alter AI. You can try it out for free. What I want to say is that when it comes to cybersecurity, this type of stuff, so Codex can actually help you with Bash, for example. As I've shown you uh, in the very first example, if I just want to write a grep for something, this gives me, and from what I've tested, it gives me pretty solid output. So almost 90% of the requests that I've given to Codex, like for example, bash one liner for something, uh, or bash script for something, it actually gave me what I asked it. It would have taken me maybe a couple of minutes or even more, 24, 20 to 30 minutes to actually do that via Google and Stack Overflow. So, of course, there are times when Codex gives you like incorrect completions. So if I ask it for a script for something, let's say to make a script for something, and the script is longer, it can make mistakes. And that's why coding skills are very useful, because if you know how to identify those mistakes, you can actually um, better or more faster correct them. So yeah, that's that. I highly encourage anyone to request access to OpenAI and Codex, and more specifically to Codex, because even though they aren't giving, so OpenAI aren't giving as quick access to GPT-3. It can take months. For me, it took like 8 or 9 months to get access to GPT-3, but for Codex, it can actually take a matter of days. And in this case, if you learn how to code with Python, and you also learn how to work with Codex, you are going to be very fast in your cybersecurity projects, in your penetration testing projects, and of course in your bug bounty projects. Um, what else is there? I think this is kind of if you guys don't have other questions, I'm actually going to close this one, because I went more than I wanted, so 20 more than I had initially wanted to go. Yeah, so definitely check out Codex. Definitely check out Alter AI, and also you can participate in the Pentester Lab giveaway. All right, ending this one here.